Take a look at this guy. He's an ancient European from 10,000 years ago. Dark skin, bright blue eyes. If you open almost any history textbook, it'll tell you that when humans moved to Europe, they turned pale pretty fast to survive the cold. But recent DNA science completely broke that timeline. Geneticists analyzed hundreds of prehistoric skeletons and proved that just a few thousand years ago, nearly 2/3 of ancient Europeans still had dark skin. So what actually happened? Why did it take tens of thousands of years to lose dark skin, only to lose it in a sudden evolutionary sprint? It boils down to a brutal backyard brawl between two vitamins. To understand why we lost dark skin, we have to realize why we got it in the first place.
When our early ancestors in Africa lost their body hair to help them sweat and run, they exposed their bare skin to a lethal amount of equatorial sunlight.
For a long time, people thought dark skin evolved to stop skin cancer. But evolution doesn't care about a disease that hits you when you're old. It cares about reproduction now. The real emergency? Intense UV light literally vaporizes folate in your bloodstream. Destroy folate, and your children are born with fatal birth defects. Men lose their fertility. In the game of evolution, low folate means game over. So nature stepped in. Humans evolved dark skin, packed with eumelanin, a biological shield that absorbs UV rays and protects the folate. For 150,000 years, this was the mandatory human survival gear. But around 60,000 years ago, groups of humans left Africa and headed north. And Northern Europe had the exact opposite problem: incredibly weak sunlight. Suddenly, that protective dark skin backfired. It acted like a permanent SPF 100 umbrella, blocking the tiny bit of sunlight available.
And humans need sunlight to synthesize vitamin D. Without it, your immune system crashes, and your bones turn to mush from a disease called rickets. This is evolution's ultimate catch-22. Too dark in the north, and your bones fail. Too light in the south, and your babies don't survive.
So why did Europeans stay dark-skinned for tens of thousands of years after arriving? Because they had a dietary cheat code. They were hunter-gatherers. Their diet was loaded with fish, wild game, and organ meats, which are naturally packed with vitamin D. They didn't need the sun.
Until the invention of farming. Suddenly, humans traded their nutrient-rich wild meats for a diet made almost entirely of wheat and grains. Grains have exactly 0 vitamin D. This dietary shift put survival in a chokehold. If your skin couldn't bake vitamin D directly from the gloomy northern sky, you died. Natural selection shifted into absolute overdrive. Genetic mutations like SLC24A5, which turn off melanin production, spread across Europe like a wildfire in just a few thousand years. But here's the most mind-bending part. Evolution solved this exact problem twice, using completely different tools.
While Europeans were losing melanin through one set of genes, East Asian populations moving into northern latitudes independently evolved lighter skin through an entirely different genetic pathway. Biologists call this convergent evolution. For centuries, humans fell for a dangerous myth that skin color was a permanent marker of separate races or hierarchies.
But modern genetics shows it's much simpler than that. Skin color is fluid. It changes across generations based on what you eat, where you live, and how bright your sun is. Your skin isn't a badge of division. It's just a beautifully designed biological solar panel, carrying the ultimate diary of how your ancestors survived. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.